Austin, I'm sure that he will be PR'd in the next, but I know that in Season 1, he was 5th on the Austin PR. And, you know, goes to show on the other team as well, Kwaz, I believe, was number 3 on the Nebraska PR. I could be wrong about that.
Kwaz, I think, is 6.
Oh, 6,
I think he's a 5 or 6 area. But
the fact that he got PR'd at all with Little Mac is absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. That's something in its own. I don't care what region you're from. A PR'd Mac is definitely something to be reckoned with. So we're starting at Town and City for game number 1. Looks like we got PT Palu for the blue team of Cube and Tenni. Red team's Censored and Kwaz blocking Samus and Little Mac.
Yeah, no, Censored has played Samus pretty much forever. That was his main back in Smash 4. And, of course, he'll be pulling it out again here in Ultimate. And, you know, he really believes in the potential of Samus as a doubles character. And particularly, I think, paired with Little Mac, they've got a really big potential to do some serious damage.
Oh, absolutely. You saw, right? I feel like Samus is a very good support, especially for the aggressive way that Kwaz plays Little Mac. You saw right there, trying to go from the Zair into the KO punch. I imagine, like you said, if Censored is the doubles guru like you brought up, we're going to see some very interesting synergies coming from this team.
I think the synergies are going to be the most interesting part about this set because, like you said, Samus looks like a really good support to a hyper-aggressive Little Mac, which is the style that Kwaz plays. You know, he will be eating stocks in that aspect. But interesting to look at the blue team that Tenni is mostly opting for the Ivysaur throughout most of the game when he's got Professor Cube on the Palutena. And Palutena, you know, kind of well known for being an amazing support character in doubles.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe it's just a personal preference at this point. Maybe Tenni's just more of the aggressor than Cube. I know Cube, like I said, Palutena's a fairly recent addition to his arsenal, so maybe kind of opting to kind of stay back and let Tenni do most of the damage.
Yeah, you can see him using that explosive flame liberally and mostly getting his punishes on whiffs from the members of the red team. That's where he's been getting a lot of the damage on as he took out that stock from Censored with the back air. But I mean, man, you can see that despite that these guys are playing less aggressive on the blue team, it's definitely working out that they're taking these stocks earlier, but Kwaz just sits there and charges.
Absolutely. He held that down smash and believed in everything, and he got the stock for it. That was, of course, only Tenni's only first stock, though, so they still have, Red Team still has about a stock deficit to make up with. But I imagine with KO Punch almost back on deck, they could turn this game around very quickly.
I mean, too, with Little Mac, you can be tearing back those stocks as quickly as you wish, but oh my gosh, Tenni doesn't want to let any of that clawing back happen. Cube goes down to smash attack as well in that situation, but yeah, you saw Tenni get that double dunk with Ivysaur. I mean, that's just this character. He is the edge guarding Pokemon.
Absolutely. Gonna be the big thing.
Hello.
This punch him straight in the dome.
And like you said, Bobbles, it's about that KO punch, the great equalizer. We saw that Red Team was down a solid stock. And oh my gosh, they're actually going to be
they're going to even out. Tenni's down too.
Kwaz went way too deep, even though Tenni was already dead. So it's Censored versus Professor Cube to close out this game 1.
Oh, wow. Some interesting offstage nonsense there. I saw, Censored went down to try and save Kwaz, but unfortunately ran into Kwaz's up B. And then Tenni going aggressive with that edge guard probably just didn't end up making it back after switching into the Charizard.
Yeah, no, he just went way too deep with that Squirtle. So now we're going to be seeing if Censored can take advantage of that ST, or if he gets hurt by the ST by his teammate Kwaz, because again, Kwaz went deep for some reason and also died in that situation. I don't know if that was because Cube sent him out there, but I definitely saw that he was down near Tenni at the end of both of their lives.
Right. So it'll be interesting, obviously I would assume Palutena's got quite a bit of an advantage over Samus, at least in the 1v1 situation, but we're looking at, a character specialist in Censored versus Cube, who I understand that, like I said, Palutena's a very recent addition, so we'll have to see what, if he doesn't fall for any of Censored's bag of tricks.
And the really important part about that is, to note that this is a new character for Professor Cube, and even though the matchup favors him, Censored has the knowledge, the brain to know all of his setups.
Absolutely. That's one of Samus's big tools when ledge trapping. That bomb will beat out a lot of moves and is an excellent option for two-framing and catching teleport recoveries like Palutena has had, and that strong up tilt's definitely going to finish that off.
Yeah, like we said, I mean, it'll just cover that teleport so beautifully, and Censored knows the timing, that up tilt to hit into the bomb, make that combo. You can see that he is the kind of guy you want to have on your team for doubles because, this is his specialty. Not only is he actually a pretty good Smash player in his own right for 1v1s and singles and all that, Censored knows how to keep a clutch situation in his hands when it comes down to that 1v1.
Absolutely, so that's just, the other half of being a double specialist is, controlling the stage when you got 4 people on and understanding what to do is sometimes just part of the game. You get in situations like this where you do have to pull out a 1v1, possibly even a 2v1 for your team to bring it back, and that's where you can really show that even a double specialist has got a lot of skill as a Smash player.
So now we're going to be seeing if they can do the same thing. I think blue team just kind of wants a run back on that one. I don't really blame them because they did lose stock to an SD. They lost the stock to that KO punch, and that will tilt anybody. But also on top of that, again, 2 support characters on the side of blue team, and maybe Tenni picks a few different Pokemon, but I think if they're playing 2 long-distance fighters, like, you know, primarily the Ivysaur and the Palutena like we saw, big stage like Town and City is not that bad.
Oh, no, absolutely. You kind of get both characters free reign to kind of do what they want, and sometimes you may even want to prefer... Oh my goodness,
Censored.
he almost died at 65 after that hit.
And he finishes it. Look, he doesn't even need the bomb this time. He hits
the
the taunt. Oh my gosh, dude. Censored is fooling right now.
Oh, absolutely. This he's having a great time out here. He's playing dubs. I'm sure he's... Oh, okay.
Yeah, do you see Tenni almost picking up 2 now? Again, being killed off the top in this game is based on your weight and not your ball speed anymore. That was a previous game. Samus would probably be dead in that situation.
Oh, yeah.
But because it's based on the weight all around now, Censored's going to be living that up air and still holding on to that charge shot, and that is so big for the red team. Because like you said, support character, you're probably going to be the one holding on to the stocks.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Understanding that Kwaz did kind of lose that, was the first one to lose the stock, so now you're going to see Censored probably take a more kind of passive approach and then get the big punishes when they need to get them.
Did you see Tenni just constantly say, Censored, you can't hit me here. I'm just going to keep whipping this vine whip up at you until I get stage back.
Yeah, this is a no ledge trapping zone here. I'm gonna get back whenever I please.
Oh,
okay.
This is a no-go zone for the blue team right now, though, because Kwaz still got that KO punch. Just got a kill, but it's going to be taken out right there.
Wow.
Plenty of damage.
I wonder if that actually saved Kwaz, because Palutena countered that down smash, which at 100% probably would have been the stock, but he ran straight into a Charizard forward air after that, sent him back across the stage.
Yeah, I mean, it might have killed him, man. Little Mac down smash is strong, and on top of that, Little Mac's a light character, too. You see this man needs a little bit more meat on his bones, but same thing going for Tenni right there, getting team killed by his teammate, trying to go after Censored, though. Trying to make up for anything that might have happened there.
Censored, like I said, doing a masterful job just holding on to his first stock here.
Oh my gosh! Kwaz is not letting that happen twice in a row.
Oh no, absolutely not. That's one of the traps you kind of got to avoid falling into against Little Mac. Obviously a counter sends him off stage, almost will potentially secure stock, especially for Palutena. But a good Mac's gonna know exactly how to get around that.
Did you see how badly he scared Tenni too? He was standing there with his KO punch ready, and Tenni just air dodged off stage. He was like, I'm not dealing with it.
Yeah. But look, with the Mac with a KO punch, any sane man would be afraid by that. That down B killed at like 80.
Wow. And dude, Kwaz was able to make it back because he buffered that up B, and now this is so firmly in red team's favor. And look, we were saying Censored needs to stock tank 199 on his first stock and living past 200. And the long distance snipe, dude, 360 no scopes in the house.
I appreciate that effort there, Kwaz. Kwaz diving off after Tenni tried to get that side B kill off the stage. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the support to come right back in. You can see just what Little Mac is capable of doing. He is so fast, and when you have a teammate that can make up for the fact that Little Mac's not always going to be able to hit his opponent, now you have Censored to hit those people in the air and just play the backup to the Little Mac and let Kwaz go wild.
Right, absolutely. You come in from, really just Censored was just very aware of the understanding, like, okay, in the situation, Little Mac's a very volatile character, can take the stocks, can also lose the stocks. So, you saw he lost that first, Kwaz lost that first stock very early. Censored understood, Censored and Kwaz both understood, okay, the game plan now, Censored's going to live, provide that fourth stock for Little Mac, and Little Mac just going to go in and clean house. That's exactly what they did to take that set 2-0 over Professor Cube and Tenni.
Yeah, and like we said, man, it's so hard to make a team composition work when you have 2 support-like characters.